What's up, everybody? Can Dawn dish soap actually clean an engine bay? Stick around and find out. Welcome back, everybody. But I had to see if it worked. I actually wanted to test this out. So thank you for joining. If this is your first time, please consider liking and subscribing. I wanted to make this video because I've seen some viral videos on the internet that show people cleaning their cars with Dawn, right? Like Dawn dish soap. Now, I think there's a million different ways to do it, but there's a lot of products out there that are specifically designed to clean cars with longevity in mind, or, you know, plastics and trims and rubber pieces in mind that don't kind of dry things out over long term. So we'll make this a short and sweet video for you today. You all know what Dawn dish soap is. I wanted to see how it would do inside of an engine bay. I think I had a Chevy 2500 Duramax diesel, and it had some decent, dust and grease on it. And I wanted to cut through that and see how well it cleaned. So, we'll get into the demo shortly, but typically, Dawn, as you know, is kind of a degreaser, and what it does is you use it to clean your dishes, not traditionally on your vehicles. Now, so typically what you would use is an all-purpose cleaner. This is one I happen to have, but you could use any brand's all-purpose cleaner. You would spray it on, you could foam it on, or you could spray it on in the bottle, and then you would agitate it with a brush and then simply rinse it off. And then if you want to dress your tires, if you want to dress your engine bay after, you most certainly can. So that's the traditional way to do it. We're going to try Dawn and see if it works. Stick around for the demo and we'll see how it goes. In your engine bay, be mindful there's an open air vent here, right? I'm going to block up. Just be mindful of any electrical parts or anything, anywhere you can do damage. Never get close when you're rinsing it off. Just be mindful of that. But as for our test today, we're going to be using Dawn dish soap, and we're going to do 10 to 1. So I think we'll do 2 ounces. We'll see how that does. I have this 3/4 of the way full, so about 750 milliliters. I think that's all you're going to need with how concentrated this is. We'll see how she does. Yeah, so at 2 to 1, it looks not too bad. It's a little runnier than I think we're used to, but I'm okay with that. Right, we want it to eat. We don't need it to put on a foam party, and we don't need to use a ton to accomplish the job. So I'm gonna let that sit, and then I'm also gonna agitate with a brush, which is what you'd normally do. Airbox. And I'll show you a product when I'm done that I do recommend you use. But it is the Koch Chemie Motorplast, and it's similar to Meguiar's Hyperdressing, where you spray it on wet and then let it dry. And it leaves a nice protective layer on your engine bay. Yeah, I actually don't mind this so runny. It's nice because it's not super thick, but I still think it's doing good work. So you're really just agitating everything, all the dirt, all kind of the big areas that you see, right? I highly doubt there's many cleaners out there that could really truly clean and then just spray off, especially in an engine bay that has been neglected, I should say. All right, so I think that's pretty good. We're not doing a crazy engine bay detail here, but wanted to make sure I touched everything. The soap has had time to kind of work and eat, and that should be good. And then we're going to spray it with the Motorplast, and then we'll come to you at the end and show you how it looks. But let me get up here and spray this off. Now, as a reminder, when you're spraying an engine bay, you don't have to get super close. Okay. Well, here are your results. Overall, I think, you know, it's wet still, so obviously it looks good, but if I can rub my finger on it, no dirt. There does seem to be some soap on there, so let me hit it a little more. All right, guys, here is another product we're going to talk about. This is Koch Chemie Motorplast. I'll get a price up on the screen when we talk about it, but this is called a special engine conserver. Naturally shiny water dispersing engine conserver, treated parts to regain their new appearance. Power units are protected from corrosion, environmental factors by permanently elastic protective film. So this is a spray on wet, walk away, and that's it. So we're going to give it a go and see how it does. Yeah, I mean, the water's like beading off. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera, but as soon as it hits it, it beads. So it tells me there's definitely some protection in there. And you don't have to go crazy with this, right? We always tend to overuse products. So just be mindful of that. Go ahead and be thorough, get it everywhere. You know, you want to get the sides, you want to kind of get the areas that you can't really see super well. Yeah, so it offers a nice little layer of protection. So I'll pop the hood when we're done, and I'm just doing a full exterior and interior detail here. So we'll see what it looks like and go from there. As a reminder, you always want to do engine detailing first because you're going to get overspray and gunk and grime on the rest of the car. Do that first, save yourself the hassle, then go into your regular wash. And if you use a product like this, you don't have to dry it, right? You don't have to dry the surface by hand. You don't have to get a blower. Literally just spray this on, and in theory, it should be dressed. So we'll see how it looks. So we'll come back to you at the end. All right, guys, here's just after washing the truck. A little drip. That'll dry. But overall, you see it's a pretty smooth finish. I had to come in there and hit a couple spots where some water pooled, but overall, like, didn't touch it, right? Didn't have to scrub. So Motorplast is a pretty cool product. Definitely recommend. All right, everybody, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the demo. Pretty surprising. The Dawn cleaned. It actually cleaned really, really well. You know, I know I said surprising, but maybe I'm not surprised. I kind of looked into some of the pHs behind it, and what's advertised online, Dawn dish soap pH has a pH from 8.7 to 9.3. So if you know anything about the pH scale, you have your acidic, you have your lower pHs to neutral, which is 7, and then you have your higher pHs or more alkaline products. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is slightly more alkaline than than neutral, right? So your neutral pH soaps are typically a pH of 7, whereas your all-purpose cleaners, I believe the Koch Chemie Green Star is 12.5 pH. So it's going to have some higher cleaning abilities. So this is actually, in theory, it's a little bit safer, right? Or a little less aggressive, we should say, on the pH scale. So I used 2 ounces in a foam can, and you saw it on video. Decent foam. It was a little runnier. I bet if I put 3 ounces in 500 milliliters, or 16 ounces, a half of a foam can, you would have that really rich, thick, clingy foam, thing like that. So we went in, sprayed it. You saw there was some grease and grime, sprayed it, and then it hit it with this brush. You can use any brush that you want. I happen to use this. This is the Detail Factory. This was the tire brush. I'm not a fan of this for tires. It gets everywhere and gets all gunky and weird. So I kind of use this as my all-purpose brush. It's soft enough to where I can use it on like external trim, like on grills or things like that, or, you know, in an engine bay. So overall, this worked really, really well. I was able to agitate and then I just rinsed it off. So it turned out really good. I was pretty happy with it. And then I finished with this product here. It's called Koch Chemie Motorplast. Motorplast. So it's a special engine conserver. We won't spend a ton of time on this, but I know a lot of you like to dress your engines after. If you do clean them, you know, really popular one out there is Meguiar's Hyper Dressing. You can dilute that, I think, 4:1, and that works really well. This is a ready to use product. I was really impressed. This is actually the first time I've used Koch Chemie Motorplast. It comes like this. I'll throw the price up on the screen. I don't remember what it is on the top of my head, but I used about, looks like only like a quarter of a bottle on that big old diesel engine. So I think this will probably get you, I would say conservatively, 3 to 4 cars worth, or, you know, trucks worth, engine bays. You don't have to go crazy with it, but you spray it on. Once everything's cleaned, you rinse down the engine bay, and then while it's wet, you spray this on, close the hood, and walk away. And I washed the entire truck, came back at the end and checked it. Couple touch-up spots, maybe some water, some areas where it pooled up, and you hit it really, really gently with a quick towel, and that's it though. You don't have to slather dressing on all over kind of those nooks and crannies of the engine bay. So I think that's the benefit of an engine dressing. Again, whether you use the Koch Chemie Motorplast or like Meguiar's Hyper Dressing, it makes the engine just look really clean, and it does create some hydrophobic properties to it. And it makes it does have a sheen, but kind of on those plastic parts. But if you touch it, it's dry to the touch. Like, it's not greasy. It's not going to attract dust or anything like that. Specifically like an old school, like when you think of like an Armor All. So I finished with that. Just wanted to throw that one in there. Overall, everyone, can you use Dawn to clean your car, your engine bay? Yes, you can. I would recommend you use products that are designed to clean cars, engine bays. Use products that are designed to do the tasks that they're designed to do. In short, can you do that? Absolutely. Prolonged usage, you know, I think this could dry out other parts on your car, like the rubber trim or plastic pieces, or maybe it'll degrade things a lot faster. So I'm not going to go into the full chemistry of what's inside of Dawn, but it is kind of that degreaser. So, you know, so it may dry out parts on the car, or like rubber hoses or trims or seals, I should say. So should you use this regularly? I don't think you should. I know a lot of people actually out there that do use this regularly. You can find some really budget-friendly options for car washing soap, and you don't have to use Dawn. Again, there's some really, the science with car wash soaps have really, really jumped up these days. So you can find some very affordable soaps that do very specific cleaning tasks, some that are higher pH if you have a really dirty car, that will help you kind of spray it on your car, your engine bay, and get it really clean. Or there's like pH neutral soaps that, again, are really, really affordable. So final thoughts. I would not recommend using Dawn on your engine bay or any part of your car. You can certainly try it. You know, if you want to just try it once just to say you did, or to see how it cleans, by all means. I don't think you're going to cause any catastrophic damage. But the detailer in me, I have to tell you, use the products that were designed to clean your car. Use the right products for the right job, and you're going to be a lot happier at the end of the day. So thanks for sticking with me in this goofy video, but if you're still here till the end, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, everyone.